Okay, so basically what we're doing right now is got the plugs out, starters in, everything's hooked up except for no ignition, no injectors. Injectors are all unhooked. No fuel, no fuel pump. We're bypassing everything to get the starter to kick over. So what we're going to be doing is trying to prime this oil pump. Make sure already put oil in the pump once. I'm going to open it up, get a flashlight out, and we turned it over already a little bit. Hold on, do both of this at once. A little snug in there. Let's see what's going on here. See if we're sucking the oil down or not at this point. Well, looks like we got plenty of oil sitting right there still. I'll grab some rags, I'll be right back. Ace, what'd you do with the paper towel? Good boy. That's a good boy, you found him for Dad. What'd you do with the flashlight? Did you jacket it for Dad? There it is. Alright. As you can see, I'm hoping, yeah, down that galley it's full of oil right now. I turned it over a little bit, didn't get much, so I'm trying to low oil pressure here. The old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way. Well, what we've done here is we bypassed everything. Basically, hot wired it. This blue wire that I've got connected here goes down to your starter. That's your solenoid, your relay. That big giant wire there is your hot. It goes straight to the battery. It's hot all the time. So, just like when we were kids, this is the wire you touch, and then you let off when you're hot wiring a car. So basically, we're just coming over here to positive, tighten these. We're starting to build oil pressure. There we go. Alright, we don't want to fry the starter, so we're just let that rest for a minute, let it cool off. This is good news. That means we got good tolerances. We have oil pressure. So, there's not a lot of load on that starter, so it's not hot. Let's reach down there and check it out. Once again, the hot side. is not bad at crank, 15 psi. That is friggin' fantastic. Alright, so we have oil. We should have enough oil flying everywhere now. Come over and check our oil, make sure we got plenty of oil in there. Oil pump should have filled up by now. So once I get to that point where we're going to start it, I'll start it running for about 5 minutes and then I'm going to change the oil filter immediately. The old boys at the pool room taught me that trick, is that if there's any metal shavings, any BS left behind during a build, you'll catch it on that first oil filter change and you should be good to go for a little bit. Alright, we got plenty of oil. So the fun part today was basically finishing up a few little transmission hookups, try to get the safety neutral in and everything else. Didn't get a turnover, so that's why I bypassed everything. It was easier that way. So don't know why I wasn't getting a turnover on the ignition. It should have, but don't know exactly what's not disconnect or what's not connected that should have stopped it from at least engaging the starter. So we will bypass the starter. The other trick today was finding the fitting that goes into the oil pressure unit. Replace the sending unit with our. I drove all over town, being a little town that we live in. They're like, oh no, that's 1/8 National Pipe Thread. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not 1/8 National Pipe Thread. So mic'd it out, and the fitting that goes into this is metric. It's you know, the 385 thousandths was the thickness, and National Pipe Thread was like over 400 thousandths, so the difference of 20 thousandths, and that's exactly why it wouldn't go in. You'd start it, you'd feel it, and it'd bind right away. You wouldn't even get a full thread in there barely. So good old Don, he'd been here, ran into this, searched hell and high water already for me, and had the gauge and everything, and so half a day wasted looking for a part that my friend, the boys at the pool room, already encountered and solved that problem. So anyway, we are at a situation that we have oil pressure. We are good to go to put fuel in it, finish up our fuel filter, fuel line, get our spark plug back in, get everything hooked up, get our MAF hooked up, get our alternator in, and get all the rest of it in here and get it started. So here's that video that you asked for, so I can plug all the injectors back in and everything else. Try to figure out why the car wouldn't turn over. I thought it was because it wasn't in neutral, or the safety neutral switch was disconnected, but I got everything connected back up and still didn't have anything. So I'll load this video and talk to you later. Bye, Grandma!